How exactly, in the moment, here and now, can you put a woman in her place? Advice like become a man or grow a pair, which some male psychologists love to throw around, is useless in a real situation. What's the point of these words if you're already in conflict? How are you supposed to grow a pair right now? Hang weights on them? It's all funny, but it doesn't help in a specific quarrel. What should you do in the moment? First, make a warning, shot in the air. Calmly but firmly say, lower your tone. I won't talk in this tone. This works if the conversation is turning to raised voices, rudeness, derogatory, or offensive remarks. If accusations and demands start coming in a rude form, you need to immediately set a boundary. Stop. Don't talk to me like that. If the person doesn't get it, you can use the agreement technique. To any accusations, calmly respond, yes. The woman says, you can't do anything, you're this and that, and you, yes, and what next? This way, you deprive the conflict of fuel. She speaks her mind, and you don't justify yourself. You don't take the victim's position. If that doesn't help and the attack continues, the best way is to break contact. Leave the conversation, go to friends, pack your things. Sometimes a pause is enough to drop the emotional charge. There's no point in staying in humiliating and destructive communication. But what if the situation has been going on for years and you're already under her thumb? That's harder, but possible. You need to put yourself first. Never justify yourself. Start mirroring. Respond in kind. If you're being blamed, ask yourself, what am I guilty of? Am I a thief or a killer? Everything else is made up. The main thing is to stop swallowing everything. Act based on your own desires. Don't want to, don't do it. Start small. Say no, turn away, walk out. Small steps will lead to big changes over time. It's like a fractal where the small repeats in the big. And another rule, don't explain if you weren't directly asked. If you hear, please explain, explain. If not, hold your ground and don't give excuses. Next, never justify yourself for anything or to anyone. You are not guilty of anything, period. If the situation has spiraled into conflicts, you need to break contact. If it's your apartment, show the woman out. Let her live alone and think. Sometimes that's the only right decision. Another technique is to agree with everything she says. For example, the woman says in a fit, then I'll divorce you. Instead of the usual persuasion and attempts to save the relationship, calmly respond, all right. Such an answer knocks the ground out from under her feet and often sobers her up. Now, two real stories. First, a man, 50 years old, widower, 2 adult children. 4 years ago, he lost his wife. He met an older woman online. At first, it was like a fairy tale. Care, attention, warmth. She asked to live with him. Gradually, she pushed his children out of the house, became the full mistress. Rudeness, pressure, and humiliation began. The man woke up when he found out about several large loans in his name. In 2 years, she had turned his life into a debt pit. He has a big cottage, good income, a decent plot of land. She has an adult son without a job, with expensive gadgets and a lazy lifestyle. Now the man is constantly hiding out fishing just to avoid being at home. Second, a man has been married for 4 years. Before the wedding, his wife talked about children, dreamed of a family. After the wedding, she gave up on the idea. She had a child from a previous marriage, an adult one. Soon, manipulations began. You owe me because I'm a woman. You must support me, respect me, let me go anywhere, buy me everything I want. No reciprocity, only demands. She dumped on him the responsibility for everything, even for the fact that they didn't have children together, though she herself didn't want them. Constantly reminded him, someone earns more, someone else's husband is more generous. It all ended with him working just to pay off her imagined debts to her and her child. Both cases are examples of what must not be tolerated. If you let someone sit on your neck once, you'll keep paying for it. And here's the poor man trying again and again to explain himself, to get the woman to have an honest conversation. But she avoids it, starts to get aggressive, dodge, change the subject. Contrary to popular belief that men easily change women, in reality, it's different. Men don't like instability, they don't like change. They need a platform on which to build life, and when it starts to shake, they try to strengthen it, not replace it. Men have a huge force of habit. They get used to being with a particular woman, used to how she treats them. And the woman, seeing that her behavior model works and lets her get everything she wants, isn't going to change anything. The conclusion is simple. Put yourself first and live based on what you need. You weren't born to serve another person or to pay non-existent debts. This is your life, and you need to live it for yourself. If a man still stays in such a relationship, continues to endure and swallow insults, the psyche starts switching on self-destruction mode. Libido drops, psychosomatic issues appear, work suffers, and in severe cases, serious health problems begin. High blood pressure, excess weight, cardiovascular diseases, problems with potency. Sometimes the body literally puts the man in bed, as if saying, "You're weak, you can't make a decision, lie down and think." In such situations, the only way out is not to explain, not to justify yourself, but to completely break contact. To insults and attacks, only agreement, yes, fine, and distance. The person who allowed such behavior must take the first step, call themselves, apologize, and realize what they've done. And if after the first conversation nothing changes, then there's no point in wasting your life on this woman. Thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed to the channel. What do you think about this? Write in the comments and see you in the next video.